Now, what was that like when your mom went in for surgery?
It was really hard because I'm like, what if she doesn't get out of it? So I sleep on the couch in case she needs me, and it kind of makes me feel better when I sleep on the couch because then I know she has someone there for her.
I'll tell you what, this week, we're gonna try to build you guys a decent house that you can be safe in, that you won't get sick in. Susan DeVries was born on a farm in Minnesota. As a child, she was diagnosed with a rare and life-threatening heart condition known as ventricular tachycardia, a disorder which produces a racing heart rate of over 140 beats per minute. There's no cure for her condition, and doctors fear it could lead to sudden death.
But what basically happens in my heart is there's so many different areas that generate their own beat. It sends my heart into all kinds of funny rhythms. It happens quite often. The last monitors show that it happened about 352 times in a 24-hour period. I mean, that can't happen for more than a minute or a person will die.
After college, Susan married Dirk, and they moved to the 11-acre farmhouse where Dirk grew up.
I've grown up here all my life. Everything was normal up until I lost my arm in a farm accident.
You know, despite having one arm, he can do pretty much anything that a guy with two arms can do. And my mom, she lives with a disability too, but she is just so creative and she touches so many lives.
Despite her serious medical condition, Susan stayed active in her community. When her kids' school needed a music teacher, she stepped in, even though there was no equipment.
Our school has very little resources. It's a small private school, and Susan and Dirk go to garage sales to find instruments. They make whatever instruments they can make.
We didn't have any drums, so she went down to the old hardware store and picked up some stuff to make them.
If Mrs. DeVries put in there, we would have no music in our school because we wouldn't have band and we wouldn't have music class and we wouldn't have recitals.
Susan then went on to become the school's first grade reading specialist. And when the school had trouble finding a bus driver, she stepped in again. Now she drives the afternoon shift while Dirk drives in the morning.
Without her, there would be a huge hole and it would take 10 people to fill it. She's just an incredible woman.
But life continues to be difficult for Dirk and Susan. Susan recently endured a 6-hour heart surgery to try and stop the extra beats, but it did not work.
They said I'll never be 100%, but it's possible they can do more things just to help me have a little more energy to get through the day, and they're gonna keep trying to help.
And making matters even worse, the family home is seriously jeopardizing Susan's chances for recovery. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, here we go. Good morning, DeVries family! Dirk, Susan, April, Jack, and Hannah, come on out here! Come on out here!
This family has been through a lot. I think it's been very difficult for them to watch their wife and their mom be sick and have to worry about if she is going to get better. And understanding how fragile Susan's health really is puts things into perspective. And this house is definitely not making it any better. So this week, that is all gonna change.
So your heart has a lot different beats than a normal heart.
Yes, many.
And that throws off the rhythm?
Mm-hmm. Throws off the rhythm, it makes it race. There's just so many of them there that the heart can't deal with that. So it causes the main heart then to struggle.
Now, what was that like when your mom went in for surgery?
It was really hard because I'm like, what if she doesn't get out of it? So I sleep on the couch in case she needs me, and it kind of makes me feel better when I sleep on the couch because then I know she has someone there for her.
I'll tell you what, this week, we're gonna try to build you guys a decent house that you can be safe in, that you won't get sick in. And while we do it, you guys are actually going on vacation.
Right.
You guys are going to Niagara Falls! Mom, show me the house, all right?
All right.
Okay.
Exciting. Oh, man. Unbelievable.
Now, what's all this stuff? The butterflies and the...
Those are stepping stones. In my spare time, I paint.
Does that kind of calm you with all the stuff that you've gone through, the painting?
I would say so, yeah. If either I paint or I crochet baby clothes for people who need them, or I make greeting cards.
Wow, you're that mom that just does everything. Awesome. Okay, so I have to be honest with you, man. This looks like it's in really tough shape.
By the time you start tearing apart an old house, you find out that the money runs out pretty soon, pretty fast,
imagine.
and so.
Oh my God, just looking at the entranceway. Is this stuff just so old and rotted that it's just falling off?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow. The door frame is gone. I mean, the whole thing is, oh my God.
I know it.
Just walking around the house with Mom, you see siding that's literally falling off the house. It's not only crumbling, but because of the moisture and the rain, it's becoming moldy, and it's seeping down on the outside, but also in the inside of the house. This is the kitchen.
Yes.
Look at the floor. Is this painted to look like tiles?
We couldn't afford to, put new floor on, and so I painted it.
You are just handy with a brush, aren't you? There's a special place in my heart for someone like Susan who can find something beautiful and something most people would throw away. When she's not like teaching kids, when she's not driving them to school, she's making greeting cards she gives to friends and families. She makes things for her kids to play instruments with. And when she's not doing that, she's painting butterflies on stones. She gives these things away and never asks for anything in return. And meanwhile, Susan and her family are living in this very old house. And if she gets sick because of her heart condition, she can really get fatally ill. This is you and Dirk's bedroom.
This is our bedroom.
And what is all this?
This is the yarn people give me.
Wow. And that ceiling, that looks like a lot of water damage. That's the bad stuff.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
And this is like basically above your bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's the morning of day 3, and I have a bird's eye view of the DeVries new 3,100 square foot home, which is in the shape of an H. From our floor plan, you can see everything we have going on here. All of our bedrooms on the left-hand side of the H. We come across the breezeway. There's our front door. They even have a Tracy. Tracy!
Hey, Polly!
The DeVries family is all about the environment. They're into recycling. I'm actually in this ditch, which is part of a geothermal energy system. Now, I try to explain it to you. It's actually pretty complicated. In simplest terms, we are recycling the energy. We're taking the heat, using it to heat up the house in the wintertime, and we're doing the opposite in the summertime. Bottom line, we're saving money and saving the environment.
My special project this week is actually Susan and Dirk's master bedroom, right?
Shovel time.
Thank you.
I found some cool stuff in my basement.
Thanks a lot.
This is from my grandma.
Okay.
Got
So
some
here's the
utensils
thing.
for you.
Susan was really good at taking old things and giving them a new life, right? So I've asked everyone in the community to bring me their old, stuff, and I will try and create some artwork out of it. Really, ice skates?